Hello again, I'm back. This lesson will be about to estimate. And what are we doing here? We will estimate 207.38 divided by 6. Now, the word estimate actually means to make your decimal number into a whole number. Why a whole number? Because it is easier to deal with a whole number rather than dealing with a decimal number. So the first thing we're going to do is to estimate or to make 607.38 into a whole number. Okay, so I am going to round this off to the nearest hundreds, and that will be 600. So it will become now 600 divided by 6. I will go back to my multiplication table. And what will that be? I will make it times 6. Because as I have said, it's easier to multiply rather than dividing. So what number shall I multiply 6 to give me 600? Well, that's easy. It will be 100. 100 times 6 is equal to 600. So how much then is 600 divided by 6? That will be equal to 100. 100. So how much is 607.38 divided by 6? The estimate and the nearest answer is 100. Let me go to the second example to make it more clear. I always believe that if we have more examples, we will have a better chance of understanding the concept. So let me have the second number. The second number will be 248. 248.4 divided by 4. All right, so again, when we estimate, we are to make the decimal number become a whole number. How do we do that? We are to round off. We are to round off to the greatest place value. So 248. If I will say I will round this off to 200, I will be missing 48. And 48 is a lot of number that you can divide 4 with. So the greatest place value that I'm gonna do here will be 240. So it will now become 240 divided by 4. So again, I'm gonna go back to my multiplication table. So if I say 100 times 4, that will be equal to 400, which is not the number that we are targeting. Our number, our dividend is 240. This is 400. This is way, way beyond for our estimate. So we will forget this. I will cross it out. All right. So 240. Let me start with a smaller number in my multiplication table. I will say 6 times 4 is equal to 24. This is 24. Our number, our dividend is 240. So 24, 240, I will need another 0, which means I can have 60 times 4. That is equal to 240. So in other words, 240 divided by 4 will be equal to 60. So our estimate to that is equal to 60. It's easier to play with the numbers, and it's easier to deal with numbers using the base 10. Base 10 is when you have tens, hundreds, thousands, or you have 20, 200, 2000. Those are base 10 numbers, which is really easy to deal with. All right, now, supposing I want to make an estimate range, Okay, so let me start with the third number. Estimate range. Estimate range. All right, you will see what I mean. All right, let me start with number 3. It is 17.3 divided by 3. Okay, again, when we estimate, we are going to make 17.3 a whole number, which we can do by rounding off to the greatest place value. So 17, I will say 17 divided by 3. So, going back to my multiplication table, I can say 17, I will have 6 times 3, that will be 18. Or I can have 5 times 3, which is 15. So 15 and 18 are numbers that is closer to 17. So our estimate range for 17 divided by 3, or 17 and 3/10 divided by 3 will be 5 to 6. So that is our estimate range. All right, let me have the fourth example talking about estimate range. I will have 38.96 or 38 and 96 hundredths divided by 4. Again, to estimate is to make this decimal number a whole number by rounding it off. So 38.96, I will say 39. So what are the numbers that I can multiply to give me 39? I can have 9 times 4, which is equal to 36, which is way below 39. Or I can say 10 times 4 is equal to 40, which is again a little bit higher than 39. But since we are talking about range, so our range, our estimate answers will be 9 to 10. So, these are our estimates. As I will repeat, mastering your multiplication table is really important so that you will come out with a good estimate. Hope this is a blessing to all of you. I will see you in my next video.